Okay. So first of all, Abhijata, thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview. Okay, I know it's on short notice, but thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so the first question I want to ask you is, in your opinion, what is the role of a guru in the modern context when the practitioners have changed and the practice has changed, and lifestyles and I think times have changed. So now, what is the role of a guru in a student's or in a seeker's life?
I think the word guru is used very easily these days.
Yeah.
Because so many people that we see, I would say, are teachers, instructors. I mean, it starts off from being, instructing a class, conducting a class, teaching a class. A guru is not somebody who teaches you a subject. A guru is somebody who teaches you about living. A guru is somebody who teaches you life. So, not everybody can get a guru. Not anybody can become a guru.
Okay, all right. And do you agree that, they say when a student is ready, then the guru appears. So, and I feel that is sort of taking away the responsibility from a student. Like, like you just keep on doing your work and the guru will come on their own. But do you feel that, for students today who are seeking something more from the practice, do you think that they should go out and actively look for a guru, or do you feel that they should just wait for a guru to appear, and when they're ready, then the guru will appear?
I've been lucky to have had my guru.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll be fair for me to answer this question, because fortunately I was lucky enough to have been born in this family and to have been taught by him, by my uncle and aunt, Geeta ji and Prashant ji too. And then Guruji became my guru. So yes, in the sense, you cannot make a guru, but yes, a guru appears. It's true in one sense. But at the same time, you cannot have somebody who's teaching you a subject to be your teacher, and then somebody just comes and there the guru has appeared. I think a teacher transforms himself into a teacher transforms to becoming a guru. A student transforms into becoming a shishya, and it doesn't happen so easily. It's not so easy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so that's another question I had for you. When did your grandfather? He was your grandfather, and then what was the moment when he became your guru? Like, what was that transformational moment for you when you realized, okay, that this transformation has happened, and it's like a paradigm shift which happens in your life? So when did you realize that?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know when he being my grandfather stopped and he becoming my guru emerged. When I came to Pune, I just wanted to see what this yoga was about. I mean, why there are so many people from all over the world who come to my grandfather to learn. So let me see what this is all about. That's how I started my learning in yoga. And he was teaching me asanas.
Yeah.
And somehow it just evolved into he teaching me so many other things. Yeah.
Okay. And also, so you're one of the more younger teachers in the whole world of yoga. So how do you feel your teaching has evolved from the time when your grandfather was teaching, when his guru was teaching? Because people have also changed. So do you think your style of teaching has evolved with the times, or is different from what the style of teaching of older teachers has been?
I have not seen the older generation teach, 8 years ago. Right. I don't know how it was, but I've heard stories. Okay. I've heard stories of how my grandfather told his guru that he cannot do Hanumanasana, and his why. And my grandfather, as a young boy, when he told my guru that I cannot do Hanumanasana because my langot is tight. And his guru said, bring the scissors, I'll cut off your langot and you just do Hanumanasana. It's about doing Hanumanasana. It's not about your clothing. Yeah. So the gurus of those days, I guess, were like that.
Yeah.
So I have started teaching in this age. So I have seen people, I've moved around people of this generation. So it must have, evolved in this style.
Right.
But like I told you before, fortunately, because I've seen them, I've seen Guruji, I'm still seeing my uncle and aunt. Yeah. It's different because being closer to the source.
Right.
It makes a difference.
Okay. And what is a typical day in your life like? When you wake up and when you practice, and what's a typical day?
Now my daughter has started school, so it's changed. So I wake up, pack her off to school, and then my practice starts at 9. Goes on till 12 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
And then 2-3 days a week I also practice in the evening from 4 to 6. Other 2 days I teach.
Okay. All right.
My grandfather has said that if you are teaching a 1 hour class, your practice that day has to be for 3 hours.
I see.
So
I'll keep that in mind. Okay. Okay. And your tips for yoga practitioners of the Iyengar tradition in terms of diet, in terms of practice, and code of conduct.
practice would come first.
Okay.
That and code of conduct would follow.
Okay.
Practice with all your heart. Practice with sincerity. You know, often we cheat ourselves and we don't know we are cheating ourselves. I mean, if the going gets tough, we want to go away from that. This is my limit. This is all I can do. That's how the human mind thinks, and it's very difficult to challenge that if you don't have a good teacher. I mean,
Yeah.
Guruji was there telling me, you're escaping, you're being lazy. At that time, I thought I was putting in my best and I couldn't do anything more than this. But then he would say, no, this is nothing. So he was there to, push me through that.
Right.
And again, it's not just about the quantity or the intensity,
Yeah.
but it's one part of it. I mean, the point is asanas teach you about your own thinking pattern. We so often want to escape. We so often want to do so much lesser than what we are truly capable of. So fortunately, if you have a good teacher who can identify that weakness in you and push you along, then it's good. Otherwise, you have to be really observant and critical of yourself
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
what you're doing. And once your practice goes up like that, your diet will change on its own, because you will realize that if you've had late lunch, it's not working well. If you've
Yeah.
had a heavy lunch, it's not working well. If you've had spicy food, it's not working well. So that will change on its own.
Okay. So, and would you like to make a comment about vegetarianism in today's context? When.
I am a born vegetarian, so I don't know the other side of it. But what I have seen my grandfather tell people is you practice, and then you're.
Yeah, I read about that in Light on
Yeah,
Yoga also.
yeah.
Okay, all right. And code of conduct, I know it's a very vast thing, but as a practitioner, is there anything that you'd like to say?
Code of conduct is not needed just for a practitioner. Code of conduct is needed to just be a good human being.
All right. Okay. All right. And tips for yoga teachers, wannabe yoga teachers of the Iyengar style of yoga.
The wannabe yoga teachers of the Ionger style have to realize that a lot more has to be put in before you can become a teacher.
Yeah.
Because it's very, I don't know whether, because the demand is so much of late, so many people have developed this interest to become a teacher.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's because of the popularity, because of the media, because of the demand, whatever it is. But we shouldn't compromise on the quality.
Yeah, definitely.
So we shouldn't hurry up to become teachers.
Okay.
My uncle often tells in class that you do all your schooling, you go for your graduation, you go for your post-graduation, you do another degree, and then you teach kindergarten. So you cannot just teach, learn for 3 years and
Yes, of
teach
course.
a 1-year-old in yoga.
Okay.
So you have to have your own abhyasa before you're ready to
All right.
teach.
Okay.
Before you're truly ready to teach.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that's pretty much all the questions that I have. Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you.